So we've got our contact information, we've got our summary, now we're ready to put our previous job experience. Now before I jump into that and kind of show you how to do that, and again it's pretty much laid out for you in the template, it's important to know that even if you don't have a ton of job experience, or maybe you have none, that doesn't mean you can't write anything in there. Right, this is where you really want to take advantage of any volunteer community service you've done. Maybe you volunteered at school in your own time, maybe you're working at your church, maybe you've done something else in the community. This is definitely something that you can write in there, and you should, right? Wow, this is, I don't know why I can't pronounce this. Extracurricular projects, right, involving leadership or teamwork, right? So that could be maybe you're part of the Boy Scouts, you're part of a church group, and you were leading something there. Definitely put that in there. If you are maybe the captain of a sports team or something like that, you probably want to put that in there. Or even in class projects. So if you did a really specific project in your class that is relevant to the job that you are applying for, you want to put that in there, right? To show people that you're qualified and ready to go. So in this case, I'm going to do this as if I don't have job experience, right? And so we'll fill it out here. So generally speaking, you put the job title and company name. So in this case, maybe I'm going to talk about some volunteering I did. Maybe I was part of the Techsperts with Alpha, right? So I can write here, volunteer Techspert, right? And it's key to put volunteer so you don't mislead people and make them think that it's a paid job. So volunteer Techspert. I can say Alpha Public Schools, or more specifically, maybe if you're just working with one, right? Alpha Blanca Alvarado Middle School, right? That's in San Jose, California. And then the dates. If you've been doing it for a long time, put years. Generally speaking, though, you want to put the month in the year. So say maybe I was doing it from June 2014 to May 2015. Okay. And then here you're going to describe it. So this particular layout has different things. Really, you could just do bullet points or sentence. I wouldn't really do both. But you here want to basically describe what the job was, right? And this is where you really want to use the links on the side where it says responsibilities beginning with action verbs, because the action verbs are really important to help you write this in a way that makes people pay attention. So if you look at this resource, it's broken up into different kinds of fields and different kinds of roles you want to demonstrate and action verbs that go with it. There's a lot in here, so that's actually pretty cool, right? So if now I'm trying to talk about being a volunteer Techspert, I want to demonstrate maybe, let's see what kind of technical skills, right? So maybe while being part of Techsperts, I designed a website, okay? So I can say part of an after-school group that helped design school or class, right? Class websites, and I believe Techsperts, you probably also did some data analysis. So let's see if there are some keywords in there. Research investment. Well, to be honest, you analyze data, right? So and analyzed data for Alpha staff, right? Again, I'm doing this on the fly. I would change the language a little bit, but this gets the start of it, right? So there's sort of a summary of what I did, and now you want to get specifics, right? Now accomplishments, this is what I mean of you're going to be specific about what you did. Again, you could describe it up here and just delete the accomplishments page. You could get rid of the highlights on accomplishments and just have bullet points. So this is sort of the general overview, but here you can list the other things you did. So maybe, right, we're talking about leadership, so let's go find some leadership words. Chaired, convinced, directed, examined, expanded, facilitated. Definitely facilitated. So facilitated regular Techspert meetings things, right? Maybe you also did a little managing or oversight. So oversaw planning and building of classroom websites by peer experts, right? Maybe something else I did, right? So you get the point here, right? I'm going to be listing different things I did, right, after it's sort of a brief description, because obviously most people don't know what a techspert is, right? And I'm going to put some different things that I did, some really specific things that I did in the field that demonstrate my abilities. And again, definitely use these action verbs. Don't use really vague things. Use specific words. It'll make it look more professional, sound right. Again, if maybe you were a leader in the sports team, you could be like captain, blah, 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 sports team, right? Say what the organization is, where it was, right? And again, captain of a soccer team for, consisting of, 20 14 to 15-year-old males from San Jose, right? Then here you're going to break down the specific things you did. So maybe as captain, what were your responsibilities? Did you lead? Did you collaborate with other folks? Whatever, write that out and really think through what the different things you did are, right? Maybe you were helping manage the carpool to get to someplace. Maybe you organize the calendar, right? Like think of all the things that you did as part of that job, list all those separately, and then go back to these action verbs and figure out how you're going to put it in your resume. So this is a really important part. And again, you don't have to have paid job experience to be putting stuff in here. You really just want to think of relevant experience that demonstrates your responsibility and professionalism.